Hi there, Cancer. It's Ashley. How are you? We're going to do your reading for the week of December 13th. And we're going to look at past, present, and future just to see what's been going on with you and what might be coming in for the week of the 13th and the week to follow. So we'll get a small glimpse into the following week here. I'm loving your cards so far. Let's see. Let's use this deck. Keep an eye out for the twin flame readings if that's something you're interested in. Those bonuses will be coming out very soon. They'll start trickling out the week of the 6th. So you might want to hit that notification bell if that's something you're interested in. I'll also be doing some other bonuses if twin flame is not your bag, right? Not your journey. So what's going on for Cancer? Cancer. Week of the 13th. Alright. 2 of Swords. 7 of Cups. And the Star. 8 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. And the World. Page of Wands. Page of Swords. That Page of Swords is really eyeballing that Page of Wands there. And the 2 of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. And in this deck, you can see that instead of handing out coins, this particular lady is handing out gifts. And it's almost as if she's holding this one back. So I do feel like there's been something where perhaps you've been in a situation that has not been equal give and take. And I feel that not just because of the 6 of Pentacles, but we have this progression here of energy. It's like purifying yourself, finding your power, and then a rebirth. It's really kind of lovely. So let's look at it. In the recent past, we have the color white. It says purity and innocence, and you can see the diamond there with the angel wing. And what this card talks about, kind of that white light energy, this is the Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. It talks about kind of retreating into a white light type of energy. So like a removal of stimulus, really, because with white light, you know, we don't have a specific color that shows up here. It's essentially white. So we can kind of have this like retreat energy to kind of cleanse our ourselves of negative things, really. So protection, and it says purity and innocence. So it's almost kind of like a return to innocence here. So you could almost think of that as like, for example, the Hermit card, kind of going within, retreating from external stimuli to really look within, doing some healing work could also be going on with that card. We have the 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands. I feel like here there was a certain decision that was struggling to be made, but I also feel like there was a strong call from your intuition to make this choice, but it might not have been something you wanted to do. I do feel like you've moved on from something, Could have been some pretty strong communication that took place as this was happening, and could definitely have been dealing with an air or a fire sign here with the swords and wands showing up. But we're going to get some more detail here and see what this situation was, because I feel like you removed yourself from something. Hesitantly at first, but then with gusto, if that makes sense. So let's see what that's about. With the Two of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords. So definitely something that has come to an end. Could have been a relationship. With the Four of Wands. The Eight of Wands. We have the Four of Pentacles. Something you were definitely holding on to for a period of time. And we have the High Priestess. With the Page of Wands, we have the Page of Wands. And I do feel like this is probably someone who has come forward, communicated with you, with both pages showing up and clarifying each other. I do feel like it was probably somewhat of an immature energy. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel like something ended here. Could have been a long-term relationship. You could have even moved physically from a house that you were in and moved elsewhere. With that Eight of Wands there's a motorcycle sort of peeling out on that card. But I think intuitively you were being guided to make this move. I also feel like intuitively or hidden from you, in some respects, you were still holding on to something that perhaps ended some time ago. And it could be due to this like kind of flirty, immature energy that I'm feeling with this Page of Wands that's shown up here twice. Could have been someone in your family with the Ten of Pentacles here, or someone that you had established a long-term sort of solid home foundation with. So it could have been a husband or wife even. But I do feel like you have moved on from this. This has already happened. It has ended. And perhaps I think maybe on some level, with that High Priestess showing up, on some level it's almost like you hadn't yet accepted it as having ended. So what I mean by that is maybe physically it ended, like you moved out, walked away, maybe you no longer spoke to these people, depending on what your scenario is here. If this was a partner, perhaps even the divorce was finalized, whatever, right? But on an energetic level, you were still holding on to it. With that Four of Pentacles, it was still something you were holding on to. Now, I will say that I don't think that it's just on you that was happening. I do feel like this person continued to communicate and maintain a presence in your life here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. So let's see what's going on the week of the 13th. We have power over difficulty. It says reclaiming your power. So I definitely feel like you're stepping into a new energy after having removed your energy from this past situation. We have the Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. And again, this Page of Swords seems to be eyeballing this Page of Wands. You can kind of see the look on her face. And so I feel like you've maybe kind of looked into this a little deeper within yourself. I do feel like there was this overlying cloud of confusion with this person or situation in the past. I feel like it was something that often triggered your abandonment wound or made you feel like you didn't belong in some way. It could even be that you actually lost money in this situation. You could be currently financially struggling to get back on your feet here. That may not apply to everyone, but for some. And I do feel like it was something that kind of left you out in the cold. But I feel like there's this suspicion almost coming off of this Page of Wands, looking back at this Page of Swords, like you're starting to see how perhaps this person or situation contributed to the confusion, contributed to your feeling this way, right? Let's get some detail here. Why do we have the Seven of Cups? We have the Queen of Swords, so definitely gaining that clarity that has been missing. Making a decision, and Three of Cups. And I think at the same time there being this almost like celebratory energy of having finally found this clarity as well. Now, some of you may have cut out any opportunity for this person to reconcile with you. I'm also feeling that, so take that as it resonates. It's like, and I also feel like there could, for some of you, have been some clarity when it came to, it could be that the week of the 13th, there's clarity about this. If you're dealing with a relationship that ended, it could be that this person put you in a third-party situation. And I do feel like if that's the case, some of you are going to either find evidence of that this week or really come to that realization. Let's see, Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands. And the Death. So I almost feel like the tables have turned here. How I was talking about this person kind of, or the situation, whichever way works for you, kind of made you feel left out or not really a part of the group or what have you. And I kind of feel like you've turned that on its head. Like you've decided to cut that out. It's almost like the way in which you've stepped into your power here is by completely transforming the energy itself. Because really the only way that someone else can have power over us is if we give it to them, right? Now it doesn't always feel that way, but in the simplest energetic way, that is the case. And I feel like you've removed this person or this place's power over you by simply deciding to reject it, right? With the Page of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. A couple messages here. Again, with the third party situation, I do feel like that was the case for some of you, and you're finding that out. It could even be that someone that works with this person tells you that, or someone that was involved in the third party situation comes forward and tells you that. It could be in the form, and look, I'm saying the 3 again here. So unfortunately, I do feel like that is the truth for some of you. That somebody's going to come forward and say, yep, that's what happened. And that may have contributed to this coming to an end, right? In the past, if it was a love relationship. For others, I feel like this Page of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, it's almost like from what you've learned and having stepped into this power and decided to turn the tables on this situation, you've really gotten inspired to have a new beginning here, to rebuild for yourself. I'm also feeling like what this is saying is that perhaps this past person is trying to come back in and have a new start with you. I feel like all of those things could be true, and then for some of you, only one of those things is the case. So take it as it resonates. But I think outside of the situation itself having been obviously a betrayal of some kind of difficult ending that had you feeling quite rejected and abandoned here and confused, I think you're flipping that. And so I think that you are officially stepping into a more powerful place within yourself. Now in the following week, and we have, I'm just noticing this white card, it's number 51. Then we have the Power Over Difficulty card is number 32, which is a 5. And then we have Bat Spirit, which is a 5. So a lot of 5s here, especially with the center card of your reading being a 5. So there's a lot of change taking place right now, and clearly an old cycle closing out here. It says a rebirth is assured. And I always think of the bat, you know, how they hang upside down, as kind of the hanged man energy. I actually have a tarot deck that has a bat as the hanged man depiction. But it kind of is like a rebirth as a result of a new perspective. We have the Star, the World, and the Two of Cups. I'm getting a few things here, so I think I'll clarify first. But you could definitely be dealing with, we have Pisces, Aquarius strongly, Libra, Scorpio, and really any earth, air, fire, and now water here with this Two of Cups. We also have strong fixed signs here, so Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, in case you're interested in the signs. But I'm really noticing this, see this heron on this card, how it's kind of like taking flight, and it's almost like it's aimed right at that star. So I kind of feel like that definitely to me feels like this rebirth energy, like kind of soaring to the next highest, best thing for yourself. Let's see here. What do we have? The Star. We have the Queen of Wands. And Justice. With the World, we have the Eight of Swords. So definitely no longer stuck and the Seven of Wands. And I really feel like you're kind of fighting for yourself here. And you may, it's kind of interesting because you may have felt like you were really standing up for and fighting for yourself in the past. But as you've kind of stepped into this power this week, this takes on a whole new level of power itself. So standing up for yourself now compared to here, there's already been a big shift, if that makes sense. The Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So this could definitely be a love relationship. And that you've decided to walk away from here. Like completely, like you moved on here, you've taken your power back, and now on not just a physical level, but an energetic level, you are departing. And you're not allowing yourself to be stuck in this situation anymore. Especially if this person's been trying to return, right? Now, I will say a couple of things here. If you're dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius or a Libra, I feel like your rebirth is their karma. It's like you going through this transformation. And it's interesting too, because with the Scorpio card here, the Death card, and this power over difficulty, this is very Pluto transformation that's taking place. So, Cancer, for you, that kind of makes sense to me because Pluto is actually opposing you in because he's sitting in Capricorn right now. So you're probably having a lot of power transformations. Pluto's all about us recognizing our own power, but it's because at first it makes it feel like he removes it from us completely, right? So this could have felt like something you were really stuck in, like you couldn't get out of almost. And now I see that shifting. So again, it could be that your glow up, your rebirth is their karma. I also feel like you're stepping into this more truth, like this truth about your own ability to stand on your own, to have confidence in yourself, to manifest, to attract things to yourself, to heal. It's really quite lovely. And you're definitely done being stuck or even mentally confused about this whole situation. So it looks really good. So I'm just looking under the, oh, I like this. You know, we had the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck where I was talking about somebody withholding something from you. It's almost like an imbalance in equal give and take. Then we get the Everything is Fine card. That Ten of Swords shows up again. King of Swords, Ace of Wands. So it's kind of like this, I mean, you could be ending something with an air sign here. But I feel like more it's like clarity about your new beginning after having, you know, kind of maybe even struggled to get through and leave this behind. So I hope you found that helpful, Cancer. And for those of you that are receiving third-party confirmation, I mean, I really hope that that's, I'm wrong about that. I really hope that's not the case, of course, because that's painful. But I do feel like if that does happen for you, I feel like it's going to introduce some clarity that maybe you were lacking before on, like, why does this person act this way, or why did they reject me, or why, you know. But hang in there. It could be kind of a difficult discovery if that does happen for you, or you find that out for sure. So hang in there. But you're moving in the right direction, Cancer. Definitely stepping into some serious power here. So I congratulate you on the end of a very difficult journey and lesson here. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.